chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Complete to the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the Golden Gophers will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires and picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it down at the 45.
And how about the rough starts for these offenses? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. Knocked down at the 34 after a pickup of 5. It's a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quick strike complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that, take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. He's got a head of steam. Boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the right. He makes a grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in the step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback's game. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. Puts it out in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Wow, you saw the speed of the defense there. They're trying to spit this football out to the running back on the perimeter. And how about the defense able to get to him quickly to bring him down for no gain?
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. Makes a man miss. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right back to the well. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Trying play action. Finds his big tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Time to take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Punts it out of the air. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. On the direct snap, it's Ramos. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Minnesota! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind. It forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Touch pass on the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead's extended a little further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He'll pull it on the read. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
To the air on first down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the grab. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Fires downfield. He makes the catch.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
From the red zone, looking for a man. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job by the quarterback getting through his progression. He wanted to throw that football down the field, but nobody was open. He never forgot about his running back, running the swing route, spitting it out to the perimeter, and letting him do the rest for a touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
They'll go back to the air on second down. This time he's got his man. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
My old coach said, "Don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain."
They'll go to the air on third and short. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the...
He lets one fly deep. Catch and stride inside the 15.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
The Golden Gophers will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads it left. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Golden Gophers!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Georgia Southern. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Ducks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Throwing right. It's caught downfield. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He'll keep it himself. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Coming up, 4th down.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Splits the uprights. Good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting.
There he goes. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
It is nice to have an athlete at quarterback like that can make things happen. He's just so fast. He takes away angles, still has the option whether he wants to pitch it, can still make you look stupid doing that or running the football like he did there.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll set up to throw. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. After that last completion, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Try to barge their way in. Touchdown, Minnesota! And here they come, almost all the way back. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the grab. It's Milner. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. Just nosing in 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Moses. Turning it on. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Ducks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. From the gun, the running back has it. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
The Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Third and long from the 30-yard line in this defense, hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Tight end now in motion. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. And the offense will accept the penalty and move the ball forward. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Snaps it in the shotgun. Throws to the wideout. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And the comeback is on.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on first down. They've got the screen set up. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That is just great total defense on that play. First off, you get pressure, you get to hit the quarterback, but 2, you've got the intended target double covered. There was no way the offense was coming up with a completion on that play.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. He wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
He'll take it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get some. Oh, he's got some space. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Send the tight end in motion. The running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Graves. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. Got a man. It's Milner.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Wants to adjust the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. Chopping up this defense, and they got it all the way down to the 23.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Moses. Slithers into space. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll move the tight end. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Caught over the middle. It's Ginn. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the #1 thing. Avoid disaster here.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That #1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, they're looking deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
What a roller coaster on that play, ball, where the defense gets the interception, and then he fumbles the ball trying to return it, but a heads-up play to fall on the football, and in the end, create the turnover.
It's amazing, David, because you know the defense practices getting turnovers. I don't know how often, though, they practice ball security. And they made that one interesting, but at the end of the day, the most important thing is to get the TO.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men. Not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Oh, they're after him. Quarterback extends the play. He's got it. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep...
Touchdown, Minnesota! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
And they take another look at the play with the officials on the field. We're right, and the play will stand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Navy is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point. But you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by a field goal over UConn. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run it from the gun. Turning it on! He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Now on first down from the 30. He'll try to keep this puck moving on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Rides to back and leads it. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the snap, it's Moses. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4. This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pocket breaking down. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And the Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And they finally get to this guy, and he's electric. He's dynamic. He can make plays with his feet and scramble around. And I think they got used to it in the first half. And now, if they want to win this football game, they got to continue to catch that fast joker and get him on the ground.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on second down. Back to pass. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Powers through the defender. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long. And here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play. And, David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance. And the committee